Day 60, flying Amanita on the Diggity Wrist channel. So, I like to just go ahead and explain a little bit about my trail name. It is Flying Amanita, and I was named that by Nate, our guy that's, I believe, called Fern Alicious on the trail now. I tried to give him a name, but he didn't like that. So, Amanita. Amanita is short for Amanita muscaria, and Amanita muscaria is the red and white mushroom that you see that makes Super Mario on the video game. And it's also a symbol in Alice in Wonderland. And so I'll tell just a little story about what I've done some research and how I would kind of summarize the story. So red and white is the color of the mushroom, and so Santa Claus, I believe, has those colors because of the mushroom, red and white. The mushroom comes from a dark soil or a black soil, and so that would be the reason why the color of the boots are black. And so in the old days, you know, centuries ago, elders would go and collect the red and white mushroom in the fall, and then they would use that as a bartering tool when they went around near winter solstice. And in that time, there were two doors in the cottages that people had. There was a front door, and then there was also a top door where they could just cut steps into the top of the cottage because it would snow so much, and they would use a ladder to come down. That might give us an idea of why Santa Claus comes down through a chimney, which seems very weird, especially if you got a fire going. So then with that, basically the elders would deliver the mushroom, and the person would, the people would basically like consume the mushroom. It was dried, so it was preserved, and they would eat that mushroom, and then they would wait and collect their urine and drink their urine. And so that's known as a decarboxylation step, the drying, and then also the process of going through the body. So as urine is sterile, it was used a lot in ancient times, not so much more today. A lot of people know that if you have a fungus problem on your feet, that you can urinate on them and it would really help. Of course, we use a bunch of corporate type products to combat those kinds of things now, but I continue to look at the natural way being able to combat these things. So then you think about the Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, eating the red mushroom. They do that a lot in the Scandinavia area, up in the Arctic, whatever. Fly agaric is the nickname of the Amanita muscaria mushroom. So that means it will give us an idea of why Santa Claus shows up on a sleigh with flying reindeer. So all these things just may be connected. You be the judge. Do a little research if you like. Tell me what you find out. Like and share, please. Thanks so much. Flying Risk on the Diggity Wrist channel.